Can this video get 1 million views? Will 1 million people watch this video before the year 2023? I certainly hope so, and if it does, I promise to share with you how much YouTube paid me for 1 million views. So, what is this video really, and how does it apply to you? Well, it's a lot of things, but if I'm being 100% honest with you, it's mostly an experiment. An experiment on how to get more views. An experiment on what causes things to go trending. An experiment on how to increase audience retention. And at its core, it's an experiment on how humans think. But believe it or not, this video was created with you in mind. This video is not only going to be very stimulating to a core part of your subconscious, releasing tiny doses of dopamine into your brain, but this video will also teach you something about yourself that you may not yet know. And once you know what it is, you will have much more control over it in the future. This video was tailor-made for you using information, what some of the best marketers and copywriters in the world use on us each and every day to get us to click on their ads, open their letters, watch their commercials. All with the intention that ultimately leads us to their end goal of buying their products. Now, to be clear, you are not being sold anything in this video. I have nothing to sell you, but you will be getting something by the time this video is over. Only it's nothing tangible that you can hold, or visible that you can see, at least not on the material plane. But when this video ends, you will not only have a clear understanding of how to defend yourself against the tactics, methods, and hacks, you will also know how to use them to your advantage as a strong offense on anyone you'd like as well. Although I must warn you, you should not abuse this power once you have it, because as Uncle Ben says, no, not that one, this Uncle Ben, with great power comes great responsibility. By the way, Uncle Ben wasn't actually the first person who said this. It was actually first said by the dad in Teen Wolf, starring Michael J. Fox, which came out 17 years before Spider-Man did. But people only seem to remember Uncle Ben saying it to Tobey's Spider-Man. I feel I may have gotten a bit off track. My point is, you should not use this to hurt people. This should only be used when you have a product or service that you know will help someone solve a problem they have. Or in some rare cases, but it does happen, give them something they didn't even know existed, or that they even knew they needed. That will ultimately improve and enhance the rest of their lives. So what is this one simple thing, and why does it work so well? It's speaking to your reptilian brain, or lizard brain, as some say. So why does speaking to your lizard brain work so well? Because it's not only instinctual and the oldest part of our brain, but if you tap into it properly, it will override any other more developed part of the brain. So how do you speak to this part of the brain? There are several ways, some of which are being used on you in this very video. Don't worry, I'm going to show you what they are right now. The word you, for example, has been used 29 times up to this point. And just like with the word you, that makes 30. When we hear the word you, it triggers our own selfish needs. And just like the word you, when talking about a service or product, focus on its benefits instead of its features. Because both of these examples speak to the same primitive part of the brain that has only one core focus. What's in it for me? Another thing to remember when speaking to the reptilian brain is that it doesn't understand shades of grey. No, not those saucy books or horrendous movies. Oh, those were such a bummer. What I mean is everything to the reptilian brain is very simple and very specific. So remove possibilities with promises. For example, replace words like may, hope, and could with words like will, can, and do. Another way to hack your reptilian brain is using visually stimulating imagery. Almost every single image in this video has been on screen for less than 3 seconds, because this keeps our reptilian stimulated because it's constantly having new things to look at. And almost all of them have been things that trigger either our deepest desires or biggest fears. The majority of the images have either been focused on money, sex, and food, aka our deepest desires, or things that represent a potential threat or danger to trigger our fight or flight response. Obviously, when your reptilian brain sees this used in video form, it doesn't have the instinctual response that would cause you to throw away your phone or punch your laptop. But what it does do is grabs and holds its attention for a few more seconds longer than it would have without these images. These are the pillars of survival that our instinctual brain simply cannot ignore. The last hack I found helpful in capturing the reptilian brain's attention using a sexy female British voiceover. Why does that work so well? Isn't it obvious? Thanks for watching.